Today I'm running a little bit late, but my throwing is done, so I'll be peppering that in throughout the video today. And today is, I actually don't know if I have to work today or not, just because it's Thanksgiving week, you know, so I can't remember. Some of my classes aren't happening this week because of that, so I just have to think about that for a second, because I'm probably gonna end up showing up to places that I don't need to show up to. Just gonna be a little bit, it's whatever, you know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal. Today also had a really good idea, right? Like I can throw fast, right? Like I can throw cups like nobody's business. And so I was thinking, if I make like mugs for the companies that are around where I live, right? And I'll put like my hashtag or whatever, my at Pottery Demon on the cups. Maybe I'll put on their like logo or their, you know, the name of the company on the side of my cups, and then I'll just give them to them for free, right? Because like advertising through like YouTube and other social media, like for me it's almost like it's a little bit random, right? It's not a factor that I control. I post every day, you know, so that's like that's my way of having some ounce of control, is like I'm trying to capitalize on an opportunity throughout the day. But I was thinking like, well, you know, if I just hand out mugs, that's literally, people will see it. You know what I mean? Like they will see that somebody made cups for them. And I know a lot of places have like little mini kitchens. So I was like, dang, like I could get random people just drinking coffee out of my cups. And then maybe, who knows, maybe they'll follow me, maybe it might lead to something. So I'm gonna start doing that. I'm excited about that. And then today I also got to make some goblets, like some wine goblets. So I'll take you guys on a journey today on how I go about that. I think my idea is I'm going to throw them in one chunk of clay. So I'll throw the little bottom stem first, right? And then whatever is left over on the clay, I'll just make the top for that stem, right? So I could be more reactionary to how the stem looks and not just throw a bunch of stems and then try to match them. Like I can just throw a stem and look at it and be like, oh, maybe the stem needs this sort of shape. And that's about it, y'all. I'm gonna get through that all today. Oh shit, let's see if I can get them out. I made like little, man, hold on, let me get parked here and then I can show you guys. But I made one of my teenage class, there's only 3 of them, so I was like, hey, you guys draw me out some things, and then I'll make a stamp for you on the 3D printer with the things that you drew out, right? And so they seemed kind of excited about that, that's great. And so they all gave me like something to draw out, right? And let me show you what they got cooking up. Look. Can't really see. There you go. That's sick. And then I have like a little back so you can press it in on stuff. But yeah, I think they did a great job on them, like drawing them out. I printed them, but I'm excited to hear what they have to say about them. All right, see you guys later. Bye. All right. I had a good first class. I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41 times that I said the word pit so far during the course of this class, which is insane. I said it like, at the beginning of today I was at 23 and now I'm at 41. That's bad news bears right there. So we'll see how things go though. But yeah, all right, I'll see you guys around. All right, peace. Sorry that my last thing got cut short. One of my students walked in. They didn't know that they were being recorded, so I didn't want to put them in a position where I was like, yeah, I'm recording. So I ended off a little quick. So my apologies. But I forgot my wooden thing with canvas on it. It's okay. I'll get it next time when I come back. But yeah, my open stew is cool. I didn't get to show you the goblets. Dang, I started making, I told myself I gotta make some goblets for this Friendsgiving thing I'm a part of. And so I'm gonna make everybody goblets. And so today I was just testing how some of them would turn out, some of the different shapes. And I think I've gotten a good hang of it. I learned sometimes the shorter stemmed ones actually look nicer. Depending on on a wide form. Sometimes if you go too tall and it's too narrow, it doesn't really look like it matches the form. I think had the misconception that a nice thin stem would look nice because I'm being true to glass, right? In the way that glass functions. But then I realized, I was like, I might be being true to glass, but I'm not being true to ceramics in those instances. And so that's my newest thing I sort of picked up, is that I think if I'm making ceramic goblets, I need to let the ceramics quality sort of pop through a little bit more. And so yeah, that's sort of what I discovered today about those shapes, at least. And then what else did I do? I only had 2 people show up again for my teen class. I think like I connect really well with 2 of them, you know? And I think that's all I can ask for. I don't think I'm gonna be able to connect to everyone, but I'm happy that the 2 people that I connected with, they're really passionate and they want to take my class again, right? And so like that to me is so amazing. I'm really fortunate to have that, you know? So yeah. And then my morning class, they were good. I gave them their stamps. I think I showed you guys the stamps, and that was exciting. I was so happy that they got the stamps, and they were pretty stoked about it. They were instantly trying it out on things, and they made some things. I think we're coming down to the wire, so if they don't have stuff to glaze, they're kind of just gonna putz around. Did a lot of talking. They were asking me some personal questions. They asked me if I wanted to have kids one day. I was like, in my mind I was like, wait a second, like I shouldn't be answering those sorts of questions. You guys are like so young. Like, why are you guys even thinking about that? But I could tell, like, I think that's something that's special too, is like when people ask you like questions that don't seem like they're just to like get to know you, like questions that perhaps that they're actually curious about, right? Like they actually, maybe they're struggling with why would I ever want to have kids, you know? And so they really are curious, and so they ask me a question. I feel like first, it's my job as like somebody, like as a person, as a human, to like think about that and give them a real answer. Wow, my brakes sound really squeaky. So I thought about it. I gave them a real answer, and I felt good about the answer I gave them, you know? And I think too, again, it's a sign that I'm doing something right when people that I'm like in a role of an educator, they believe that I am like I'm capable of answering those questions for them. Like that somebody can come to me and ask those things, first of all, is great. I don't think I had a single, maybe like one teacher that I would go to for questions like that. So I think that's pretty special as well. I'm also talking a little bit too much. I gotta make sure I speed it up here, else it's gonna be like a 30-minute video. But yeah, just a lot of good things. And then my open studio class, that was great. I got to talk a lot. You know, people always like to challenge my like ideas on life and on making and stuff, and I enjoy it, because if your ideas are never challenged, you'll never grow. And so I always welcome that into my life, and I respect it, and I appreciate that testing. So I was very thankful for that. And then afterwards, I had a gentleman who just wanted to talk with me about stuff, and I'm telling you, that conversation, it gave me so much fuel. Like, I think I have so much energy to make for so long now. It's like I feel like a raging fire is inside of me, and I'm so appreciative that I could have those conversations, right? I won't go over everything that like we talked about, but we talked about like I think I have a call, like I'm called, right, to like help out like young men who are troubled, you know, like men who, like around like my age or younger, I don't really know, you know, but like men who struggle with finding value in their life. I think part of my practice is my way of seeing what the antidote for that could be, right? And maybe it's like different for everyone, but I'm trying to explore it through ceramics, right? And I'm exploring it through constant repetition of every day, right? I make every day, and that's the only thing that gives me real value in my life, is like my practice of my work here, you know. And I think a lot of guys, they don't have anything that gives them real value, and we're constantly shown like superficial things on social media and in the world that make it very difficult for young men to find real value. And I think once they start to become around like my age, they become very lost, and they realize that they've been climbing a mountain, and they thought it was the right mountain. Then all of a sudden they look around and they realize that they were climbing the wrong mountain, you know. And a lot of them feel too stapled down to that mountain that they will just continue climbing it, or just be on that mountain the rest of their life, right? And I think I want to be in a position where I can help young men and men in general, I guess, you know. But I think I'm particularly drawn to like people of my generation, because I think that with the digital age, it's been a very weird thing for young men, you know. And I want to be able to help them figure that out, right? And I haven't figured it out myself yet, but on my journey of making, that is a goal I hope to achieve one day, right? I would love to be able to like help people out, especially through ceramics. That'd be awesome. But in general, I think in my mind, that's a very noble thing, is to help those men who feel lost. But sorry you got so deep, y'all. I feel bad, but I think sometimes it's good that I talk about this stuff. So great. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I'm going to be peppering in my videos throughout this thing here, so I hope you guys enjoyed. And always remember, all the best and strong mentality. Peace.